Ashley didn't stand a chance in this whole situation. As a toddler, she kept getting returned. Nothing that, no evidence, no proof stopped what she was doing, what they were doing to her and my grandsons. This was so bad that my attorney, Marcus Lombardi of Akron, Ohio, told me to leave with my granddaughter. Beth McGregor of Barberton Counselor Guidance Center told me to leave with my granddaughter. They both called me at the same time and said that the courts were coming in and making them give false statements so that they could take my granddaughter away from me. And that I didn't have any record. I had a $50 marijuana charge that was 10 years prior that they couldn't use against me, and nothing other than that. So they were telling me that they could make a record for me, that they killed President Kennedy, and that if he could get killed, so could I, and that they could turn the focus off of this at any time, and that the community didn't care, and that nobody would come to help me or see the situation or even be able to understand it because of the exorbitant amount of effort put in to cover this up. You know, it sounded insane. I didn't believe it. I didn't think they would stoop as low as they did. But then I understood why Marcus Lombardi told me to leave and why he was brought up. As you can look at the disciplinary action done by the Bar Association to Lombardi, if you put my name, Deanna Kidwell, you'll find the complaint against him. Even though they didn't do anything, they wanted just to make a record that this was just something that they could alter and change and say that they confused everybody and that nobody could really understand what really happened and that it was just really my daughter and my poor little grandchildren's fate. My daughter did the right thing and she gave me my grandchildren. Elizabeth Short from Cleveland, Ohio, was working in Akron Children's Hospital. She told me to go into juvenile court, and Sandra Robinson ordered them back. They were put with me 6 months later in emergency custody as they were brutally raped and cut up. The article from Jean DeBelle, Running from Pain, Running from the Law, Fearful Grandmother Defies Authorities, in 1998, excuse me, in June of 1998. He was the editor to Cleveland Plain Dealer. He wrote the truth about what happened. It showed that the Rainbow Children's Hospital Medical Center said her and her brother's lives were in grave danger. Akron Children's Hospital, Donna Abbott and Dr. Steiner lied and said nothing happened to her. They tried to get her returned within 3 days. She wouldn't even eat or play. She couldn't walk because she was so cut up inside. If this doesn't sound like it was bad enough, it's only the beginning of what the courts, the judges, would employ anybody to come after me to stop me from getting her out of the situation. It was a death trap that they felt that I would have no way to talk to the communities about. I am so afraid for all of you for what has happened. It's so clearly understood by me now that I can help all of you to see just how all of this mess is started here, is kept here, and has been created here. Their evil is no different than in biblical times. It's just better disguised. As they play up they're the heroes and they're the good guys and we're all the bad guys. Please stop believing their lies. Please stop rallying around their elections as they rob the communities to live high off the hog so that they can make the rules and break the backs of America through minimum wage. Please don't let your children end up like my grandchildren. I cannot bring Ashley back. I can only hope through her death that there will be no other, that we will come together and stop them and show them that we won't be bullied, we won't be afraid, and that we will clearly stop the system from operating this way forever. This nation would be blessed by God then, because we're not blessed now. All of us have turned a blind eye and a deaf ear to the statistics and the things that are happening in America. As they lie, as they deceive you, and as they want you to think that everything should be funny. As all the programs say, it's very funny. Because nothing is very funny in America anymore. Most people are struggling so bad, they don't have time to understand or worry about who is even alive. Because life has become so desperate in America. Oh my God. I no longer wish to even live in this country. They have taken my identifications, my credit cards, my passport, and have done everything that they possibly can to ruin my health, my heart, cause me a heart attack, make me give up. Please help me to help my grandchildren. I wish to put my granddaughter in a mausoleum, that she's not in the ground. I need somebody's help to do that and to put her in Ellet Cemetery with the rest of my family. But first to resume the body and get the real evidence against the criminals to lock them up forever, which is Jennifer Smith, Clifford Eugene Smith, Laura McCollum, Lisa Dawson, Ronnie Dawson, for complicity of murder and child rape. I don't know how to do this alone, but I know together we don't have to stand for this any longer. And I don't care what it takes. That in Martin Luther in 15th century Germany, he knew what it would take to stop the Catholic Church from raping the citizens' children, the impoverished little kids. Like Beth McGregor from Barberton Guidance kept reminding me that I didn't know how bad it was because they were just little welfare kids. That was my sister Lisa's plan, to get my daughter involved with these guys, let her get pregnant, and then let her be on welfare. No matter what I did not see any of this coming. I lived a good life. I helped others. I cared about God. I listened and learned and progressed in life more and better than all of my family. And because of that, my sister's jealousies were so severe and so evil that they're responsible for the lies that they told in court to get my grandchildren returned. My sister would do anything to destroy me, as you will see in a police report that was when my father died, and she bashed my head in, and Dr. Apty said one more blow and I would have been dead, that she was insane. And then Children's Services, after a $50 marijuana incident in my life, where I was put in a work program that I couldn't have my daughter, was given by Children's Services to my sister Lisa. And my daughter was never the same after that. She's drug addicted, alcohol addicted, and will do anything for this pedophile husband of hers. Even though she's not with him any longer. She sleeps on a floor in a bar. She is so addicted to these Oxycontins that her life is probably near end. This is all at the hands of my sister Lisa. And my grandchildren was facilitating her evil ways by allowing her to lie in court when they knew what the truth was theirself. I beg you to help me, because they have taken my reason for living away. So I don't care what happens to me, but I do care what happens to all of you. And if you understand where I am telling you and you know the truth, we can all turn this into a United States that we can be having beautiful families, loving children, and prosperous lives. I will continue to talk to all of you until we come up with a solution together. My granddaughter is in Lakewood Cemetery on Waterloo Road in Akron, Ohio. She had little friends, as you will see online, an obituary memorial that is put in place together for her. I put her picture on there, and I told the names of the officials who were responsible for her death and who the perpetrators of the crimes against her were, and who had the most to lose by her turning 18 and going into court with the evidence that she had and I had.